Hello. It is 8:15, so good morning. Oh, I'm a little tired. Woke up, weighed myself. I'm at 277.2. Although when I weighed myself after the first weigh-in, as if to mock me, it kept going to 277.4. So I don't actually know what the real number is between those two. I guess I can just assume 277.4. Yeah, I don't like. I think I don't remember at what point I thought this, but I think there was something where there's a lag between the day that you have and the weight that you will show up as. I don't know if this is actually true or not, but I remember at one point tracking this religiously and coming to some sort of conclusion on that. Anyway, whatever, fuck it. It's I'm losing weight, that's all that matters. And I'm doing my stuff. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. It's Friday. Oh yeah, I found I think it was a bee or some sort of insect that had wings that looked like a bee. But I found it just literally in the bathroom on the counter. I'm like, what are you doing in here? So I got a little jar. I have a little catcher that I use to catch spiders or whatever to release them outside. And ended up taking it outside. So looked very confused. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But yep. I think this is it. No great wisdom right now. I'll have to let the cogs of my brain catch up to reality a little bit. Okay. I guess I'll see you guys first lunch or first food or whatever. First meal. There you go. Alright. Bye. Hey guys. It is 2:28. This is the second time I'm recording this because I accidentally doxed myself on the last recording. I ended up going to the gym first. Did about 55 minutes of my treadmill. And then afterwards, I went to the community center with my roommate. And then I did leg workout. And there was only one treadmill open. So we decided to go and play basketball. And then I was like, hey, why don't we try actual basketball and not just horse? And my roommate's like, sure, why not? And as I played, I started remembering I'm not amazing at basketball, but I've played a lot back when I was younger, and just kind of my basketball aura, if that makes sense, just came out. And I think I scared my roommate a little bit because it just kind of lunged at him a little bit towards the end there, which I feel bad about. I was just too into it, and it just kind of happened. But yeah, it was like I was just in it, and I was making. I didn't even think about, am I gonna make it? How am I gonna do that? What's the angle? I just was like in the zone, and I just kept making baskets. And I'm like, I'm not very good at actually shooting normally, but I was just in it. It's crazy. It reminds me of when I was younger. So it was really nice. And then afterwards, I started teaching him some like dribbling techniques and like learning how to place the ball when you're dribbling, and you kind of need to know like where you want the ball to actually go, making sure to kind of use your fingers as opposed to like the middle of your hand when you're dribbling. The nuanced kind of basics, if you will. And then kind of getting into a rhythm of like, okay, like get into the rhythm. Make sure that you do it at around the same amount of tempo each time you dribble. And then, it was like super meditative for him, and that was great. And it was really nice to just kind of chill and vibe. And then we ended up doing a little like passing drill that I remember, where we dribble a couple times, pass it, I went under, he went over, then it was like swapping, where he went under, I went over, and then it was every other, and yeah, it was good. It was a good time, and I think it just felt like even more of my energy is like came out to like play, because that's what it was. It felt like play, and it was fun, and it was obviously exercise as well. So I'm like, well, heck yeah. And I felt like I could have played basketball for hours. Like, genuinely, I was tired, but it was like there was this background, like, infinite energy, like, streaming into me, where I'm like, drink some water, get back in there, enjoy playing. It was great. So I'm definitely feel like I got to do that more. And I'm like, well, what are the other sports that I used to do that I can kind of get back into? I'm like, okay, well, I like swimming. Swimming's great. That's the first one that comes to mind. I haven't swam in a really long time. The chlorine kind of is what's getting me. It's like, oh, I'm like afraid of like getting my hair like fucked up. But why am I afraid of that? I think it's just stopping me from enjoying swimming. That's exactly what it is. So this weekend, I'm gonna fucking go swimming. Why not? Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. We'll see. But that's the seed now. I now understand that I'm just fearful. I think it's also being afraid of people seeing my body. I have like a tank top that I can wear that's like specifically for like swimming, but maybe I don't give a fuck and just go in there and I'm like, yeah, this is my body. Fuck it. Maybe that's another fear layer that I gotta just let go. Everyone has bodies that aren't exactly the way they want them to be. So, or maybe it's like not about the fact that, oh, like I don't like the way it looks, and more about like accepting the way it looks now, so that then you can accept all of your body at this moment. Maybe that's the thing. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But yeah, and I was thinking about like rollerblading. I used to do that a lot. I also used to skateboard and play soccer. Didn't really do much track, but... Oh, and racquetball. Racquetball was really fun. I kind of feel like racquetball is one of those sports where you have to have a very enclosed space to do it. So it's kind of hard to find places that are free for people and do racquetball. So, I don't know. But afterwards, they wanted to get some food, so I went over to a restaurant and they got some food. And I was like, I'm not going to go in and get food. And in fact, I have my food right here. And it wasn't even... The thing is, it wasn't even a question of if I was tempted. It's like the thought wasn't even there on whether or not I should join them. It was like, nope, I'm gonna wait for my food because I like my food. And I'm like, wow, that's really awesome. Like, that makes me happy. So there was that, and then I'm listening to my audiobook while they're getting food, and then I just felt like, as I was just sitting back and just relaxing, I felt like the rest of the body, which I normally don't feel the like energy body like in the upper part. It's more of like a leg and feet thing and then a hand thing. But man, today it was like full body chills, like just radiating, and I'm like, hell yeah. So like here, let me see if I can. Yeah, it's like a slow hum, a low hum in the background. Which is nice. I don't know, I think I'm just getting more comfortable. It's like I have been playing hide and seek for so long. We're done with the game. We're done with the hide and seek game. And I can just go back to running around and doing my thing. And feels really good. Feels good to just like, I've always felt like I've been genuine, but there's like levels of genuineness, if that makes sense, where it's like being genuine with your words and actions and your feelings, and then there's like being genuine with your body, which is another layer where it's like, what does my body want? And just letting my body just be my body and not caring. Like I do when I walk sometimes, I'm like, ooh, and having little wavy hands and doing a little this thing, and I don't know, it's like, feels good, so I do it. And it's that simple. Definitely I'm like, oh, man, so actually, I just realized I've been actually trying to negative manifest, and I didn't even realize I was doing it. So I said for like 3 times, I was like, oh, I'm gonna feel this tomorrow. Why do I have to suddenly be like dead tomorrow just because I let my body loose and free? So you know what? Right here, right now, I am going to say I don't need to feel overly exhausted tomorrow. My body has the tenacity and ability to allow me to feel good when I wake up tomorrow. I don't need to have this design that I've let myself be in where it's like, oh, you're older, so you're gonna be tired the next day because you moved your body. Fuck that. I don't need that. My body can do great. Being a little sore, totally fine. Being overly sore where I just want to lay in bed, fuck that. I don't need that. And I don't subscribe to it. So tomorrow, when I wake up, I may feel a little sore, but I'm gonna still feel great. There you go. I said it. And because I said it, it's gonna happen. Because that's, my words have power. This is more of the stuff I gotta do. Catch it in the act. I rarely ever kind of do these kind of put down things, or like, but you know, when I see them, I should just fucking nip them in the bud. So, yeah. Anything else? Anything else? I don't know what the rest of the day is going to look like. Definitely want to take a shower. I feel like, man, I was drenched in sweat. So, like, I wanted to take a shower before I ate, but I'm like, no, like, I need food in my body sooner rather than later just to refuel. And then I can take a shower after. And I feel like it'll be really cleansing to be like, okay, I've satisfied my stomach. I'm in the shower. I can just relax. Be both cleansing and cleaning at the same time. Maybe do some meditation as like a means to kind of let all of that new stuff that showed up kind of like settle and kind of mix in with the rest of me. Not that it isn't, but like, you know, man, I started getting really competitive, and not that I don't like being competitive, but it was like a fire. Oh man, I'm sorry about that. It was like a fire, so it's been just laying there waiting. So, okay. Yeah, I'm just in it. And I'm going to continue being in it, so. Okay. I just can't help smiling. I'm just so happy right now. It's like, it's not even the happiness. It's like, there's like a peace. There's like a joy from like just doing things I like doing. There's kind of like, I'm just feeling myself, like in like the truest sense of the word, where I'm not holding back. I'm not measuring myself to be like, is this the right thing to say at this time? Is this the right thing to do? Can I be, like, how much of myself can I let out? It's like, nope. Let it all out. Just be me. In the truest, like, kind of sense. Again, it's the layers. Get into the core of me. Because the core of me has been kind of caged in for a very long time. And it's time for it to come out and enjoy itself again. So, and I don't have to apologize for being me. I can be me, and fuck the haters. Okay. Alright, bye. Hello. It is 8:30. I have made my food. Oh. There we go. And chickpeas. 2 tragedies have occurred on this day. The first, that the chickpeas I put overnight for 2 days in a row, I didn't think that the water would get disgusting in 1 extra day. I was wrong. It was so bad. So I threw away the chickpeas that were overnight for 2 days and have realized going forward that I'm just going to put them in the fridge and I'm going to make sure to use them same day. Or I guess technically tomorrow, but yeah. So maybe the fridge plus using them same day, everything should be fine. I don't know really what the procedure is for if there's something else I should be doing to protect the chickpeas other than just leaving them in water. I don't know. Put some tinfoil on top of a bowl similar to this one. So, I don't know. The second tragedy, the grape versus banana fight continues, and the grape is losing by a landslide. So far, 5 people think that having grapes in cereal is weirder than having bananas in cereal. We need them grape people to rise up and come out and defend the grape honor. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going to ask every single person that I interact with on which is weirder from now on. That's just going to be a thing. We must have grape enjoyers out there somewhere. It's got to be out there. If you're a grape enjoyer, comments, that counts. Anything in the comments counts. If you really like bananas a lot and you think that grapes are actually weirder, you do not have to comment. I'm just saying. You can, but you don't have to, okay? Okay. So, let's see. Man, I've just been, it's like every day, it just feels like the previous days, I thought I couldn't, I say this every day, I feel like. How can I, break through again? This doesn't even make sense. As it's kind of settled, the basketball thing was just totally a breakthrough. And I didn't even realize it because it's I kind of felt a little bit of it and I talked about it, but it's revealing more of myself. That's really what it is. And being unapologetic of it. Oh, come on, camera. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I can. The camera has an AI feature that allows me to move around, and it'll theoretically track my face. But I got to put my hands up because it doesn't see just my face. Although sometimes it does. I don't know. There's some sus stuff going on. But I bought it a few years ago. And it was yeah, we have AI. And I'm oh, you do not have that kind of AI. So, although maybe if there was a hardware update, maybe it does have that kind of AI. I don't know. Anyway. I posted my vlog already. And what did I do? Oh, right. I have a update for the
the scammer saga. So, okay, I'm well aware already that, like, at this point, it's been confirmed that this whole thing is to get me to click a link, to download a thing, to, like, take control of my computer and, like, take over everything. That's the goal, and it's probably ransomware. I don't know. Like, there's something going on there that they have cooked up. And I just kept talking to the person that I was talking to. Like, I know that they're scamming me. They don't know I know. Or at least they didn't know I know. Now I'm pretty sure they know, unless they're, like, a little bit, I don't know, something. But, so they're like, hey, you want to get in a call? A Discord call? I'm like, okay, sure. Like, last time it seemed, like, impossible that there was actually, like, a real person that I was going to talk to on Discord. So it came as a huge surprise to me that there was an actual woman talking to me. Like, what? And then I haven't had any response to the email I sent to the company that the scam is, like, set on. So I don't know. Like, I haven't gotten a response yet. Maybe they're still looking into it. But anyway, so we have a nice conversation. She seems like a nice person, but she totally is trying to scam me. So it's like, in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, when is she going to ask me to download this thing again? I'm like, they can't be that I'm like, hey, I don't want to do this. And she's like, tries to convince me. That was exactly what happened. Like, 20 or 30 minutes into the call, she's like, okay, I have cozied up to this person. Now I must casually insert that we should play this game. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I'm like, okay, sure, let me figure this out. So I, like, damn it, I hit the thing, so there was a noise again. So okay, strap in. I decided, you know what? She's been nice, so I'll try to be, like, nice in return. I'm not gonna call her out, even though I know that's what she's doing. I'm gonna try to just see kind of what happens and play it by ear. You know, I know she's lying to some extent, and I'm like, I'm not trying to fuck with her, but at the same time, I'm trying to, like, let her know I know without, like, directly accusing her. And then midway through us talking and me kind of trying to figure out what I'm going to do, I'm like, wait, what if I just said I knew the developer? They're a small team. Like, I do know developers, so it wouldn't be a stretch to say I could know this person. And I have roommates who also know developers, so it's like, okay, like, theoretically, this could be a real thing. So I just pretend I'm like, oh yeah, let me just message the developer, because it's so weird. The website just doesn't seem to be loading. It's just not working. And she keeps like, okay, can you show me your screen? Can you screen share? And I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out. Hold on, let me just message the developer real quick. And I'm pretending to type, and like I feel silly doing this, but also, like, I don't know. I just wanted to do something a little different than just say, hey, you're scamming me. Like, block, you know? So I'm like, okay. Wait for 5 minutes. We're talking. I'm like, hey, you know, maybe you could just share your screen so that then I could, like, watch you play. I know it's not the same, but, like, you've been telling me you want to play this game. She's like, no, I'm not going to share my screen. She didn't actually say it that way, but she's like, oh, no, I can't share my screen because the things are happening and it's not working. I don't know. I'm like, yeah, okay. uh, and then I'm like, oh, I just gotta, oh, interesting. Typing back. Oh, okay. Well, this is so strange. The developer said he didn't make that website. That's so weird. And she's like, "Are you saying I'm a scammer? Are you saying I'm a scammer?" I'm like, "No, no, no, no. I'm just saying that, like, I don't know, whoever, maybe you accidentally got the wrong link or something, and totally understandable. But like, hey, listen, this looks a little shady. Like, the developer said that this is not his website, and went to the official website that he told me about. That official website doesn't have this at all on it. Like, you can't download anything. So, I'd be careful, because you don't know what people could, like, put on your computer. And she's like, oh my goodness, maybe my phone is ruined. She was saying that she was playing it on her phone, which again is like, the game can't be played on the phone to begin with, so how is she playing it on her phone? And when I tried to, like, say, hey, let's hop on Steam, she's like, oh, my computer, it's broken. So I'm like, oh, well, maybe your computer broke because you downloaded this on your computer and it broke your computer. You better watch out. Like, I don't know how dangerous this is. And she's like, I uninstalled it right away. It seems scary. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then it was like, this was the saddest attempt at the end here of like, but I really want to play. Can you please download this Mediafire link that I'm going to link you? And then she links me this Mediafire link, and it's like 10,000 letters long with like demo like at the end. And I'm like, you couldn't even clean up the link? Like, man, scammers these days can have a real person talk to you, but can't make the Mediafire link look any more suspicious. So afterwards, I'm like, okay, well, like, that's really shady, and I don't think I'm gonna do that. But like, look, if you want right now, I can go and find something we can play together on your phone. Like, don't worry about it. I will find a game that we can play, because I know you've been wanting to play for the past few days, and it's totally understandable. We can find a game that we can play together. And she's like, I'm really sad right now. I'm like, oh, don't be sad. We'll find a game. Don't worry. I think I'm gonna go take a shower. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah, go ahead, go take a shower, no problem. I'll go find a game for us while you're doing that, and we'll figure something out. I swear, we'll figure it out. And then she's just like, okay, I'm gonna go now. Bye. And I'm like, okay, bye. And then that was it. So, haven't gotten a message since. And then I actually, it's so funny. Afterwards, I also took a shower. As to whether she actually took a shower, who knows? Who cares? But like, so I'm like, okay, I want to take a shower. In the shower, I'm like, what if I just was like super nice to them and tried to like convince them that what they're doing is wrong? Like, that's not gonna work. Or at least I don't think. You know what? I shouldn't say it's not going to work. It might work. It could work. Throwing that out there. again, the intentions. The intentions are, I genuinely care about these people. I genuinely am forgiving them. Maybe they can turn things around and not scam people. Because in the middle of the call, there was someone that came up and started talking to her. So clearly she was in some large call center or something where maybe a bunch of people are working on it. She also mentioned, I think, that she was in Brazil. So it's okay, well, There we go. Got it back. Okay. Sorry about that. I just choked on my saliva, which surprisingly has happened a lot. I don't know if anyone else deals with this, but sometimes you just choke on your saliva. But anyway, so yeah, it was just kind of so I wrote this really long message. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But I was kind of just yeah, I haven't gotten a response. I mean, to be fair, I don't expect a response. I even said, you don't have to respond to this. But I'm okay. Step 1. Okay. I centered myself and I'm okay, I'm going to forgive these people. Genuinely, I don't know what they've done. But for my part, that's happened to me. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to forgive them unconditionally. Done. Next, I'm going to love them unconditionally. They're fellow human beings. I want them to be happy and succeed, even though they're making some poor choices right now. So I sat down. Boom. And then last, I'm okay, if I was in their shoes, what could I do to try and climb my way out of there? And using my kind of knowledge of stuff that I've been going through over this week, I'm okay, well, you gotta ask the universe for help. And you gotta let the universe know, hey, this is the dream life I want. Boom. So, I tell them, hey, here, I'll read the first paragraph. First, I forgive you and everyone else unconditionally. Second, I love you and everyone else unconditionally. Third, if you truly want a better life, here's a path forward to make that happen. Is it the only path? No. Is it a path? Yes. Then I go through the steps of okay, well, let's, think about your dream. What is your actual dream? What's your dream life look like? The one that you dreamed of as a kid, when society hasn't really kind of sunk its fangs into you. The one that could be anything, where your life could be anything. That's the dream that you want to manifest. So great. Have it in your head. This is what I envision as what I want if I could have anything. And then next it's okay, well, keep it in mind. Now look at what your current actions are. Are those actions conducive of getting that life that you want? If they are, great. Keep going, If they aren't, well, you're not going to get that life if you don't change something. And then once you kind of come to this understanding of okay, maybe I'm not aligned with if I want this dream life, I'm going to have to shift something. Great. Now you have an understanding. Now you need to start living as your true self. So a lot of us hide who we are. We put the mask on. We have multiple masks that we interchange. but sometimes we don't ever really like show who we really are. And when you do that, you're going to attract the things that your mask attracts, not what you attract. And this is why you get people who are like, oh, I wanted this one partner, and then you get into a marriage and suddenly it's like, okay, now the mask is off, here's my true self, and the partner's pissed because I loved the mask because that was who I thought you were, and now I realize that wasn't you, right? Or at least it wasn't all of you. Maybe it's a part of you. In some cases, it could just be like, I've been faking everything. And when I take the mask off, suddenly I am a totally different person. So people do that. But anyway, so once you've done that, you have to just know who you are. So if you don't even know who you are, like, you got to first find out who you are, like, truly. And then after you know who you are, you got to be who you are. Like, it's that simple. Because the universe won't help you get the things that you want if the things that you want don't resonate with the things that you're currently like embodying. So if you have a mask on, things that the mask attracts will be attracted. Things that the mask doesn't attract won't get attracted. So this is why it's so important to just be yourself. Because when you're being yourself, the universe will manifest things that the true you wants. So it's like, yeah, once you realize that, it becomes a no-brainer to be like, just be yourself. Even if it's scary, just be yourself. Doesn't matter if people don't like you, because the people who do like you like the true you. So it's like, it's such a better, it's amazing. It's awesome. So anyway, so I condensed that down. Obviously I didn't write like paragraphs and paragraphs for this. But you know, it's still a kind of long message. I'm just looking at it. And I kind of walked through like the process of, okay, now that you're being yourself, you have to embody that in everything you do. Whenever you make a choice, would the true you do this? If it is a yes, well, great, then do it. If it's a no, don't do it. That simple. You gotta listen. You gotta listen to your heart, or your gut, or whatever you want to call that intuition. So yeah, and then I kind of rounded it up with, you know, I love you all, wish you well. If you have any, I felt like I was ballsy saying this. If you have any questions for me on what I just said, feel free to ask. I know you guys can do it. And then I said, if nothing else, I believe in each one of you, and I gave a little heart. And that sounds really bizarre to send to someone who's trying to scam you. And I understand that doesn't make sense to probably a lot of people. But the reason I'm doing that, the underlying reason, sometimes we do things without really fully understanding what we're doing or what we're getting into, the full ramifications. You know, again, it's like we make mistakes. And if you get caught up in like, okay, well, I got to get more money, and this is really easy to get money, and I don't want to starve, or I don't want to have like, you know, I can't get a job anywhere else, so this is kind of my only option. Or maybe it's not your only option. Maybe there are other options out there. But regardless, you whoever it is that's doing the scamming picked this as their thing. So it's like, okay, well, you pick this. There's a lot of guilt that starts to seep in to this kind of thing. And understandably so, because guess what? You're stealing from someone or multiple people. You're kind of like, you're walking in to someone's house and you're taking their shit, you know? And sometimes you may even be taking it at gunpoint. It's just doing it virtually instead. Do I think that they deserve to have justice happen? Yeah, of course. Of course. But at the same time, I don't think that if they're willing to change, I don't think that they're unchangeable or irredeemable. So, listen, sometimes you just need to be the voice that is like, hey, there's another way. It may not look like it, and maybe no one listens and they laugh it off and they keep scamming. That could totally happen. But if I can try to convince them that there's a different way, maybe one of them will be like, you know, I haven't really felt great about this whole time. And this advice, I mean, what do I have to lose? Maybe I just try it a little. And then they try it a little and something manifests for them. Someone randomly like helps them do something or whatever it is. Something small. Maybe that's the spark that gets them to go and do the thing. So, yeah. That's why I did it. Because I think everyone deserves chances to change. And maybe that's one of those wake-up calls. Maybe it's not. But I can't actually, like obviously I can't just go to Brazil, hunt them down, and, like, try to, like, find them to get them to stop, right? Like, I can't do that. But I can write a message and truly, like, from my heart, like, wish them well and hope that they, like, change their behavior. And sometimes also just, like, forgiving someone for something that they've done or are doing. That could also be the difference. You know, maybe the people behind this woman didn't, or the coworkers or the whatever. You know, who knows? Maybe she's the boss of the whole thing. Regardless, maybe she sees the error in her way and decides to change. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm leaving it open. So, yeah. Anyway, that was story time with Tom, where I talk a little bit about random stuff that happened. Boo, boo, boo. Alright, I think I'm gonna eat my food. I'm really hungry. And then I'm gonna rest for the rest of the evening and see you all tomorrow, I guess. It's Saturday. And I have some ideas on what I want to do Saturday, so look forward to that. All right, bye.